Hey guys, this is DJ Rude. Paul Pervano, Paul Pervon Sr., whatever the hell you want to call me. So I kind of purposely spaced these videos out, or this last video, the one, hopefully you saw it, just recently reposted it. Last year, as the pandemic hit, I decided to do a video about self-worth, and of course, now, today, these days, it means more, well, now than probably ever has. What do you think of yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Are you somebody that you can trust? Most of all, can other people trust you? That can be asked of me. I can ask myself the same question, and I'm sure that, if you're honest, you can point out a few people that don't trust you, that think that they can't trust you. And if you're a good person down inside, and you know whether you are or not, you'll know that they actually have an accurate view of you, or if it just speaks more about who they are than it does you. And I'm not perfect. No one is. If you believe in the Bible, it says no one's perfect, no, not one, for all have come short of the glory of God. But this isn't a religious conversation I'm having. But it is a spiritual one. And if you understand what that means, then you're already ahead of the game. If you don't, then you might want to come back another time. And I don't mean this from any kind of, like I said, religious standpoint or anything. It's more empirical than anything. But you can think and believe however you want. I just know what works for me. I feel that I'm pretty enlightened in life, but to say that I've learned all is the first day of the last day of my life, I guess. In other words, the day you feel you can learn no more is the best day to die. So if it seems like I'm looking down, it's because I'm using my iPad Pro here, and it's kind of, I know the camera's up here. So anyway, bear with me. It's kind of, I'm sitting at a tilt. How's that? Is that better? Anyway, yeah, I'm not perfect. I've got a lot of issues that I need to work out. I have depression problems, but I know who I am, and it's not self-confidence at all. I know who the fuck I am, and I believe in who I am, and that's all that matters in life. So if you don't have that, then you need to start working on it, because there isn't anybody else in this world that's going to have confidence in you if you don't have that in yourself. So, but with all that said, we're speaking of how you think of yourself, not how the world thinks of you. If you live your life thinking like that, then you're fucked. Don't even fucking give a shit about what other people think of you, because if you don't think anything of yourself, certainly no one else is going to think of you. And the more that you care about yourself, the better off you're going to be for the other people in your life that you do care about. Because you certainly can't give a shit about them if you don't give a shit about yourself. And if you think that you're doing that, you're fooling yourself. So, I don't know, you want to call this a self-help video or whatever. It's really not. It's a self-awareness video. It's an introspective. You need to look deep within your own soul and try to understand who you are. I was a raped, beaten, abused child in the worst fucking way. There's a lot of things that people tried to say would transpire in my life because of those things, that I was going to become this or that or whatever, and none of that ever happened. Have I been the best person that I could possibly be? No, absolutely not. Watch some Jordan Peterson videos, if you don't want to read the Bible, or if you don't believe in the Quran or the Torah, or, the Latter-day Saints or whatever, you're, whatever it is that you've been familiar with and had contact with in your life. Watch a modern day philosopher, or he's actually a clinical psychologist and a professor at Toronto University. The reason why I bring him up is not because he's anybody to me that I worship or look up to. I'm not a fanboy or anything like that, but he, a lot of his beliefs and ideals, they parallel mine. I'm not an ideologue. I don't believe in that. I'm not indoctrinated or anything like that. I keep a free mind, and my ears are free to listen to what I want to hear, and I listen to everything. And I pick and choose what works for me. And I don't think I've done a terrible job at it, I'm going to be 55 years old this year. Yeah, senior citizen status. Pretty crazy. But who cares? You know, I mean, I've lived this long, and I'm lucky to have. I really am. And so are you. However old you are, whatever you've been through in your life, whether you've had it easy or whether you haven't, you know, whether you've, you know, worked hard or whether you've had it easy, none of that matters. What matters is how you go out in life. And you say that's bullshit too, because a lot of people say, oh, well, it doesn't matter after I'm dead. Well, maybe. Do you really know? I think the most important question is do you really care? I don't care what other people think, but I'd certainly rather go out knowing that I did the best I could for myself. And in that sense, people in my life come out better for that. And if you don't know what that means, then you obviously don't have a clue. So you can get back at me on that one later, but take my word for it. The pandemic's been hell. I mean, I've been through some shit. My business it hasn't crumbled, but it's fallen. And I know a lot of people have too. You know, a lot of other people have too. I'm certainly not complaining and I'm not crying. I mean, life's been a bitch, but fuck, I can't remember a time when it's ever been really easy. And like I always say, anything good in life comes with a risk. It comes with a challenge. And it doesn't come easy. If something does come good in life, and especially if it does come quick, without much effort, beware. You know, caveat emptor, right? Caveat emptor. Excuse me, I'm a little tired, but caveat emptor? I don't know. But you know, if you have half a brain or even a quarter of a brain, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right now I'm working on about a 1/8, but seriously, you know, I just had my van stolen. I got it back, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, hey, I got my vehicle back to get back to work. Of course, they didn't leave a single tool in the vehicle that was worth a shit. You know, so minus $50,000 to $70,000 worth of tools. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track, but I'm down, but I'm not out. How about you? How about you? What are you going through in life? Are you down? Are you out? Are you down but not out? Are you down and out? I don't think so. I think some of us think we are, but you're really not. Things could certainly be worse. I know. I've seen it. I've been there. But I haven't even seen the worst. There's people that aren't even alive today, haven't breathed, haven't taken a breath in so many years that I've been alive, and they're not complaining. You know, the dead don't complain, but really, who knows, right? So if you're alive, why complain? That's the easiest thing in the world to do. Get the fucking work and do something. Okay? And I don't mean cliche like go to work, but if you know what's good for you, you know, the best things in life come to those who work. Work hard, work for yourself, and everything else comes into place. But most of all, love yourself. Seek out that goal. Take that risk. Don't, you know, I know it sounds cliche, you know, get busy living or get busy dying, you know. That shit's easy to say. That's all, you know, I mean, there's some truth to it, and absolutely, but I think the reality is that we know what we should be doing, but are we doing it? That's what you really need to focus on. Fuck all the bullshit and all the other people that are saying, get out there and do it, God damn it, you know what you need to do, and you keep telling yourself no. But in reality, it's all idiosyncratic. I mean, we've been through experiences in our life, we've learned, and we've picked things up, but sometimes we don't take the best advice that comes to us. And the best advice that comes to us is our common sense, our inner thoughts, and the little voice back here that keeps telling you, listen to it. That's what I'm saying. Listen to it. Believe me, if I could, I wouldn't even want to put right here to you any kind of even visual of what I've been through in my life. And I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not telling you that. I've had some pitfalls this last year, just like you all have too. I'm not crying over that. But let me just tell you that my life before that has been way worse. And I wouldn't even want to, if I could suck out all the freaking terrible memories that I've had of the things I've been through, there would be a big old thing here saying that the graphic video, blah, blah, blah. But it's not the worst thing in the world that people have been through. People have been through worse. And when you know that, and when you get that, and when you grasp that, then, yeah, you take it into perspective. And that's what I mean by an introspective. Dig deep into your soul, into your mind. Tell yourself, where could you be? Where would you be? But where are you? And don't try to be like anybody else. Like Jordan Peterson said, that's what I kind of got off sidetracked there. One of the things in his book is 12 Rules for Life. Don't try to be like anyone else. Try to be better than who you were a year ago, 6 months ago, 11 years ago, whatever the hell it is, Just be better than who you were yesterday. And listen to that little voice back. The one that you keep ignoring, the one that you keep avoiding, that little voice you circumvent to keep living the easy life you think you're living, or I don't mean easy, but what I mean is that people think they're taking the easy road, but really the easy road is the hardest road. The hard road, the one that people initially think is hard, is actually the one filled with hard work, but reward. And that's a fact. You can't get around it. And you'll know when they're sitting around your tombstone or your urn, or when they're kicking your ashes, over the fucking Skid Row. However you live your life, you'll know it when you die. But I don't mean when you die. I mean like that moment just before you die, you'll know. But if you have any intelligence at all, you'll know it beforehand. So listen to the little voice, whatever side it comes to. You might be deaf in this ear, might be deaf in that ear. Maybe you're just completely deaf. Get a hearing aid. Listen to the voice. You're a good person. You are redeemable, like I said in the last video, and there is a chance for you. I'm not talking about you're going to become a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever. That's all bullshit. None of that means a fucking thing. I have a lot of nice things. None of it brings me happiness. What brings me happiness is what's inside here. Those connections that you have. And like I said, I don't give a fuck what other people think. But my family, my friends, the people that mean something to me, that actually try, that's what means something to me. But my family is everything. And if you understand that, and you know that, and you grasp that, then you've got it. But most of all, love yourself. You can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself first. And kick loose those friends and those family members that don't treat you your worth. Unless you haven't treated yourself with the worth that you know that you are worthy of. Now, that's a big part of it. They're going to treat you like shit if you treat yourself like shit. But those people are what I call opportunists, and they're usually not worth your time. So fix yourself. And part of the process of reparation is to cut loose toxic people. And if you're a toxic person, cut that person loose too, because the real good person deep within inside of you is burgeoning to come out. I know, and you know. Do it. Love you, Facebook. I'm going to try to do some more videos. If you got anything out of it, just make a comment. Even if it's something negative, I don't care. Like I said, I don't give a shit what people think. If I helped you in some way, that means everything to me. If you have something ugly to say, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody. If you have half a brain, you'll know. Quarter of a brain, an eighth of a brain, whatever, 16th, 32nd, 64th, 128th. You'll know that what I'm trying to say is good for you because it's been good for me. Am I right? I don't know. It works for me. Peace. Keep spinning, DJ Rude. I'm out.